Hey, we're back with another episode of STEM Research. Mike MFN, love in the place to be. Hope all is well. I got the beanie on today, bro. It's always cold in the cave, man. Wintertime. What are you gonna do? Wintertime Midwest, bro. It's like just another. You just be like, oh God. So I'm gonna leave eventually, right? It's just, oh man, it's cold, man. Let me tell you, folks that live in Arizona and Georgia and Florida, California, Nevada, like you got the general gist. You got the idea, man. Cause these Midwest winters, it's just like you just be walking down the street and it's like 17 degrees, and you say to yourself, how much longer am I gonna deal with this? Like this is, it's a part of life, it's been a part of my life. Like it's not 17 degrees in my basement, but I mean, like I have on long sleeves, I have it zipped up, and I have a scully on because I'm bald and I don't have hair to keep my head warm. So got my little space heater. But life in the Midwest, man, it is what it is. Chicagoland. The cold breeds character. It builds character. That's what they've always said. It builds character. And you got to have some character to be outside in the dead of winter. Living life, doing what you're doing. Man, it's something else, bro. Let me tell you. So STEM Research is the name of the show. And my name is Mike Love. How's it going? We dive into the DNA of the tracks. That is what we do on a daily basis. We delve into the multi-track stems, or the multi-track master stems. All right, let's be clear what this show is. This show is not a show where we take I have no problem with those shows, and I have no problem with people that do that. It's just cheating. Like there's so many songs that you wish you had stems for, so sometimes people go in and they make their own stems for those songs. But this show is and has been like 98, 99%. I might have had a fake stem or two slid my way, and I had nothing to do with that. But they still all break down in the tracks, man. That's all I'm looking for. Tonight, we are spotlighting the greatness of the elements. That's what they used to call them on the radio in the 70s. Earth, wind, and fire. The elements, the elements. So they're great period. I talk a lot about classic periods on this show. I talk a lot about Stevie Wonder's classic period. We really got into and broke down, Stevie Wonder's classic albums and his classic period, but not a lot is mentioned. And I think someone that did in the chat when I was talking about Stevie and just talking about classic periods. Earth, Wind, and Fire tends to not be mentioned as a group that had a nice, strong classic period of albums that came in a row, and they were all fire. And really from the time they signed with Columbia, right? When they came out with Last Days in Time, Head to the Sky, forget about it. Open Our Eyes, That's the Way of the World, Spirit. All in All, I Am. Probably up until like 80, 79, 80. They had a nice run. They had a very, very good run. Very good run of classic songs. And I am here today to talk about two albums that, even though we're only playing stems from one of those two albums, let me look at Spirit, Getaway. Okay, that was the Charles Stepney dedication album. That's the Way of the World, which is technically a soundtrack to a movie called That's the Way of the World, which I have never seen, but I know Marcus Chapman has, and he probably owns a copy of that movie because he's a completist when it comes to movies, soundtracks, and albums that are tied into soundtracks. Albums, yeah, groups and artists that are tied into the soundtracks in the movies, right? That's the Way of the World is a movie that they knew was going to be a stinker when they were making it, but they were like, let's finish it. Harvey Keitel, Harvey Keitel, the if I'm not mistaken, that's the wolf. Harvey Keitel is the wolf, right? The wolf, you sending in the wolf? Negro, that's all you had to say. Come on, man. That's fucking classic, man. The wolf. The wolf. And I love that because I got a friend, my guy, David Lindsay, who goes by Wolf D. Come on. It's the wolf. Mr. Wolf. Anyway, That's the Way of the World. If it's supposed to be the soundtrack for this movie, it's a hell of a soundtrack because it is, in my opinion, their best album. And they have some great albums. See, I talk about this era a lot. This album came out in 1975. Albums were made to be listened to top to bottom, and that's what we did. So if you grew up in this era, and even if you didn't grow up in this era and you went and revisited, I know people that didn't grow up in this era that were not even born in 1975. But when they started getting into music, they went back and listened to these albums. But that is how we listen to albums from top to bottom. You put the needle, unless you were doing a 45 party, unless you were DJing a party in the house, right? And you put your 45s on that crazy spindle and they would drop one at a time unless you put too many and then they would all fall. But if you were playing albums or you were playing an 8-track, like, you listened to the entire thing. And That's the Way of the World is a top to bottom album, in my opinion. It is a very strong album as far as the songs on the album. It's also one of the weirder album covers with Earth, Wind, and Fire. It's like all of the members seem to be photographed separately, and then they kind of, they would say Photoshop. I love when my kids say Photoshop about some shit that obviously was way before the Photoshop era. That looks like they're Photoshopped. No, they called it something else in 75. I don't know what they called it, but it wasn't Photoshop. So everybody's just kind of doing their own thing. Like, one member looks like he's slipping and falling. Someone's doing a karate kick. Maurice White is just kind of like, hey, I'm the leader of the band. Verdine is just standing there, and another member is just kind of looking like, I'm blaming you for all of this. And then, it's the band is just kind of doing their things, the leaps and bounds. It's just mad action shots randomly on a gatefold album, because you would open the album and it's like you look at the inside or you look at the back, and it was like it all continued. So that's one of the things that always was unique about this album. It was just like the band is slipping and falling and doing their own thing. But the most important thing is the songs on the album, which are absolutely incredible. Shining Star, which is their number one across the board smash, number one pop song, number one R&B song, Grammy award-winning song, a song that Marisa White just came up with the concept, outside, looked up into the stars, and it's just like, you're a shining star, no matter who you are, shining bright, And people have taken this song literally to heart, and it's become this song, and it was in 75, and it is now. And the reason why it was a number one song is because of the message behind the song. That just keeps coming up on this show. a message in the music, songs that resonated then, that resonate now, songs that talked about something that inspire people to do better and be better, and just to say you are that person, you are that woman, you are that man, you are that guy, that girl, you're a shining star. And there are people to this day that I know that embrace that song, that love that song because of the message in that song. So that's where we kick off the album. Then That's the Way of the World, which is the second single from the album and also the title of the album. Another very strong song. It just kind of talks about the world and, what's going on in the world. Happy Feeling is an up-tempo, disco-esque, party-flavored song that I also have the stems for, and I will put on this show one day. As a matter of fact, it was going to be between Happy Feeling and All About Love, and I said, let's do Shining Star and All About Love. Happy Feeling is it's like an album cut, but it's a Earth, Wind and Fire fan song. It's like All About Love is a song that you'll immediately, oh yeah, I know that song. I know that one. Happy Feeling is not necessarily that song. Then we flip the record over. We got Yearning Learning, which is a incredibly strong album cut. Great song to kick off side B. Reasons. Come on, bro. It's still a song that I reference to this day anytime someone's asking me the reason for something. I think the saying, and it's so cornball, like when I use it, people are like, that's so corny. But I still use it to this day when someone, especially like my kid or something, is like asking me, the reasons why. And I don't know who started this saying. I don't know. I know it wasn't my family, but because we didn't start anything. But more reasons than Philip Bailey. Like that's like one of my favorite sayings that I still say to this day. And that's on so many levels because he says reasons like I gotta count it. I never have counted it, but he says reasons a lot of times in this song. So more reasons, like you have to give your kids more reasons than Philip Bailey. Like it's super, super corny. Like people are like, that's corny, bro. And then I'm a cornball because I still use that shit to this day. Africano and See the Light round out the album. And it is 8 cuts deep, 8 songs strong. And it's a powerful album. So many of my friends like All in All, my cousin, and my guy Reggie Reg, Serpentine Fire, Fantasy. Pff, come on, bro. Right out the bat, like that's how you feel? Fantasy is certainly one of the all-time great Earth, Wind and Fire songs. Serpentine Fire, it's good. It's good. Then you got your interludes. You got Jupiter, Love's Holiday, Brazilian Rhyme, which of course is popularized by Grandmaster Flash. I'll Write a Song for You on the B-side, Magic Mind. Running, which is an incredible Earth, Wind and Fire album cut. Absolutely. I've heard some remixes that some DJs have done. Terry Hunter did a remix of that. Absolutely like mind-blowing. Woke me up out of my sleep. It's that cold. Brazilian Rhyme and Be Ever Wonderful round out that album. So, and they're both, again, are albums to be fully digested, listened to from top to bottom. These albums don't become people's favorite albums because they got the most hits on them. This is not Kanye or Drake we're talking about, where it's like, that's my favorite album because it's got the most popular songs. No, it's my favorite album because of the way it flows and the way the songs all interact with each other. That was the reason why albums were people's favorite albums. So Shout out to my all in all people. You know, other people like other albums. I know that God, the live album. You know, not to take anything away from that album, because that album was the shit as well. Hold up, let me click on. You know, it's literally losing my gratitude. Same year as this album. Gratitude, 3 times platinum, could easily be considered, you know, a great. It's not even a greatest hits. It's like it's a live album, but it's one of their great. And then it's got great songs on the album as well. Can't Hide Love is by Skip Scarborough, written by Skip Scarborough. Can't Hide Love, which is a remake, but you know they made the definitive version of the song. So Gratitude is definitely in there in the conversation because that's one of the great live albums of all times. One of the great Earth, Wind and Fire albums. So whatever you like, whatever your favorites. Everybody's got their perspective and their opinion, and at the end of the day, it's just about us talking about great music and the elements. I always want to make sure that they get their proper credit on this show. That is what STEM research is for. It is about discussing, talking about, and please let me know in the Stimulators chat. Let us know what your favorite Earth, Wind and Fire song, your favorite Earth, Wind and Fire album. Sorry, my flu-rona is still acting up a little bit, you know, but I lived. I made it. I made it. Lived to talk about it again. I mean, I didn't. I don't take them tests, man. I'm not taking no tests, bro. I'm just, bro. I'm not taking no tests. What? They're like, if you want to leave the house, if you want to, fuck that, man. I'll stay in the house. I'll cook. If you want to go to a restaurant, I'll cook. If you no, I'm good. Can you take a test? No. It's out of fucking control. All right, that's my 2-second rant on the world. That's the way of the world. All right. That's the way of the world in 2022. And I said, oh, man, did I say that? Miss Aima, did I say, they going back to school? I'm like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, parents. Don't worry about it. They're going back to school. Oh, the teachers in Chicago, they were like, they were fronting. They were grandstanding, as I like to say. They were grandstanding like they were going to switch back to remote learning. Now, I was like, that's not happening, fam. That's not. No, don't worry about it. Because they really trying to get everybody vaccinated. So you're not going to vaccinate everybody and they're sitting at the crib. All right, this is not the platform for that or the show. So forgive me. I am not here to expound on political ideology of the world. I am here to play music and stems, and that's what I'm going to do. But I be telling folks, I be like, I know how the world works, or I could see how the world is working. All right, so we are starting today with Shining Star. No matter who you are, shining bright to see who you could truly be. Just an amazing record, an amazing song, all in by everybody in the band. As we get through the music, we'll talk about who the musicians are. Of course, horns by the horn section. God, I can't. I just can't. The scorpion horns, the horn section, you know who they are. Andrew Woolfolk, George Bohannon, Oscar Brashear, and Ernie Watts on the horns. And we'll get to all the other great artistry on the song as we break down the individual instruments, all right? So let's do that. Let's dive into the instruments. Let's dive into the music. Let's dive into Earth, Wind & Fire's Shining Star on STEM Research. Heavy clap. Let's see.
Life ain't always what they say, oh yeah. Shine a spotlight on you.
Heavy clap on this one. Come on.
Shining star for you to see what your life can truly be. Shining star for you to see what your life can truly be. Shining star for you to see what your life can truly be.
I mean, they had to drop, they had to drop the vocals because how would the song end, right? How would you know? How would you know the song was over if it just, just instrumentally, because that's how the song ends, with the vocals. All right, let's go on over to the drums. Drum, drum, clap, drum, drum, drum. All right. Fred White on drums. You know him from the Donny Hathaway Band. Played drums on Donny Hathaway's live album and continues to impress with his playing on most things Earth, Wind & Fire. Singing. Maurice White also plays drums, but not on this. Or at least Fred is listed as the drummer. One thing that I will say about musicians' albums, just because someone is listed as the drummer does not mean that they played the drums on that song. Like, absolutely, positively does not necessarily mean that, right? This could easily be Maurice White. because he played in the studio for them a lot, and Fred White played for them on the road. So, but Fred is also listed, as the drummer on the album, for this song. So, but yeah, I mean, every single day, Earl Young posts a song on his Facebook page, like, oh yeah, I played drums on that, and I wasn't credited. I mean, he got paid for it, but he didn't get credit on the album for a lot of songs that he played on. So when I say that's a normal, it's so abnormal that it's normal. It's so normal it's abnormal. It was almost standard practice in the 70s. There you go. Shining Star Kicks. All right, let's go to Verdine. Verdine on bass. It's such a short song that we'll be able to do everybody individually. Verdine be killing it, bro. Like, that dude does not get enough love and credit for being that dude on bass. Nice. Just fade it out. Verdine White, ladies and gentlemen. Again, not enough credit. He's one of the original members, is still with us, is still here, is still in the band, is still tours with him. Philip Bailey, Verdine White are like the faces of Earth, Wind, and Fire because they were the faces of the group in the 1970s, man. It's like Larry Dunn and Andrew Woolfolk, Maurice, all of the names that Ralph Johnson, Al McKay, like, you just knew them. Like, back in those days, like, I could pick up an album and tell you who was who. And now I could look at an album and be like, okay, I know, like, just the top 4 guys. You know what I'm saying? I like Maurice White, Philip Bailey, Verdine, and maybe Larry Dunn. Maybe. But back in the days, man, when I was a kid, I could spit them all out, man. Shout out to my guys that still know. They could look at them and still know who's who. But yeah, man, just one of the all-time great bands, bro. Let's get into some guitar. And let's who's on guitars? Al McKay on lead guitar. Larry Dunn on clavinet, of course. Maurice White, Larry Dunn, and Philip Bailey are the songwriters. The song is produced by Maurice White and Charles Stepney. Stepney. Phoenix horns. Pick up to the Phoenix horn section, which I call the scorpion horns. I don't know why. Because I'm an idiot. And I like to be corrected by the chat, because the chat knows everything. So I'll just spit something bizarre instead of Phoenix horns. With Phoenix and scorpion, I have no clue how they're connected. Come on.
Shining star for you to see what you're like and truly.
All right, I gotta back that up because I like the way that all kind of. Says the shining star, you know how the song ends. What your life can truly be. All right, let's clav horns vox.
Yeah.
That's the horn from Paper Thin, right?
Life ain't always what it seems, oh yeah.
Number one song
Light on
on
you.
the pop charts in 1975. Yeah, this is definitely their classic period. Got to get you into my life a few years later. Doing Beatles covers, better than the Beatles. That's still in the classic period. Come on. Interplay with the instruments. Listen. Come on, horns. Come on, horns. Nice effects. And then cold ending. Y'all know how I feel about my cold endings. If you don't know, I love them. I love cold endings. This was one of those songs. You know, DJs never talked over a cold ending song, man. They respected the music back in the day, man. Shout out to the DJs that I grew up listening to. I just cannot get this chair. This chair is going to be the death of me, man. Every day it's going to be a chair story. All right. Every day my gloves about the timber and the chair. All right. Final part is the vocals. All right. So Maurice White and Philip Bailey are holding it down. Now this is truly S.T.E.M, so we're not getting into a major breakdown of lead and background vocals. Everything is, I mean, you heard background vocals in the music track. So this should be interesting.
Yeah. Yay. Huh. When you wish upon a star, your dreams will take you very far, yeah. But when you wish upon a dream, life ain't always what it seems, oh yeah.
Interesting.
Once you see your nights are clear, hey, in the sky so very dear, yeah. You're a shining star, no matter who you are.
That's a hook, bro.
Shining bright to see what you can truly be, what you can truly be.
Just do the music, bro. Just do the music along with it. That's such a guitar lick.
Shining star come into view. Shine is what for light on you. Yeah, give you strength to carry on, yeah. Yeah, make your body big and strong, yeah.
From the live version. Come on, man.
Born a mantra of the sun.
That's how big that's how big that live version is. It's because I can't hear this song without going born a mantra of the song, him and I. Like that's how large Gratitude was. That's how.
Yeah, make your body big and strong, yeah. Born a mantra of the sun, yeah, yeah. So my work has just begun. Yeah, born I had to stand alone, yeah. Blessed now I got my own, oh yeah, oh yeah. So if you find yourself in need,
come on, Philip.
why don't you listen to these words of heed?
Why don't you listen?
Be a giant grain of sand.
Come on, live version, baby.
Words of wisdom, yes I can.
Boom, boom, boom. I gotta go back because Because I must drop Verdine, because that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, yes, when you strip away the vocals or you strip away the music, you get to hear the clarity of all of the, the vocals, but there's so many little musical things that I'm vibing out with the whole time, and that is Verdine's bass line right before it goes back to the hook. All right, so I'm going to drop that in because I always go doom, 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 doom.
Blessed, now I got my own, oh yeah, oh yeah. So if you find yourself in need, why don't you listen to these words of heed?
Ooh, why don't you listen?
Be a giant grain of sand. Words of wisdom, yes I can. You're a shining star, no matter who you are, shining bright to see what you can truly be. You're a shining star, no matter who you are, shining bright to see what you can truly be. You're a shining star, no matter who you are, shining bright to see what you can truly be. Shining star for you to see what your life can truly be. Shining star for you to see what your life can truly be. Shining star for you to see what your life can truly be.
I always thought that was super dope, the way it went from being so full sounding to like being stripped down at the very end. Like that is really what makes the song special, is like it's this whole full reverbed sound, and then it's just completely that last line, instead of it being the opposite where it is pinpointed at the end by some effect, it's actually pulled back, and the pulling back of the effect makes it stand out, which is incredibly dope.
Shining star for you to see what your life can truly be. Shining star for you to see what your life can truly be. Shining star for you to see what your life can truly be.
Like, how is a not effect an effect? That's incredibly dope, incredibly genius production. Absolutely brilliant on the part of the producers, Charles Stepney and Mr. Maurice Reese White. Incredible, man. Y'all know the elements, baby. That's what we on today. We on the elements today. We got 2 for 2 from the elements, and we're going to keep it going. We got another joint from the elements on the way. I'm going to take a quick break. You know how I do. A little be right back in between. So let's take that be right back break. And we're coming back with our second joint of the day from the elements, Earth, Wind, and Fire. From the album, That's the Way of the World. All about love. Let's take this break. We'll be right back. S.T.E.M Research. STEM research. All right, so sometimes loading. I'm doing a million things, right? Trying to load the stems for the next stem, or load the music into Logic Pro for the next stem, and then it just like freaks out and just it kills the music for the be right back. Like, come on, bro, what are you doing? Oh, just working through it, man. This is what we do. Stems and research. Shout out to the stimulators. Shout out to the chat. Appreciate all you guys for being here, for watching. All my Earth, Wind, and Fire fans, and everybody just kind of chatting and jumping in. Tomorrow, I'm not sure what the stem. I'm doing one stem for Friday. I just don't know which one it is yet. I'm just like really going through all of the great songs that I have. Like, I got a whole bunch of hot stuff over the holiday, and just dude was trying to tell me, oh my God, dude was trying to tell me that I mislabeled something. So, I go back and forth with, the guy that I trade stems with mainly. And he's like, dude, you had that label wrong. It's the Detroit Spinners, He's a younger guy than me, like maybe around 40 or something, early 40s, I don't know. And it was a Spinner song. It's like, how could I let you get away? And he's like, you got that label wrong. It's the Detroit Spinners. I'm like I can't have a conversation with you if you're literally like, where are you from? Dublin? Like, fam, where are you from? The UK? Like, are you from London? They're not called the Detroit Spinners in the United States. That's the Spinners, bro. Like, what are you doing, man? He's like, that's the Detroit. Okay, if that's what you want to call them. I just let people live, man. I'm not getting into a back and forth about the fact that the Spinners, like there's a group that I don't know of in the UK called the Spinners, that made my group, the Spinners, call themselves the Detroit Spinners in the UK. And then somebody from the United States that should know better is saying, I mislabeled them. They should be called the Detroit Spinners. No, you're the same guy that called a Parliament song Funkadelic. Like, there's a difference, bro. So I could see, I'm all about teaching on this show, but it's funny because in person to person, I just let people just be ignorant. Because really, I'm just talking to you guys, and it's like you're accepting it or you're not accepting it, or you're chatting, or whatever it is you're doing. But in real life, it's like, you're going to get that, people that know everything. And it's like, bro, label a Parliament song Parliament. Don't label it Funkadelic. Don't label it George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic. It's Parliament. That's a Parliament song. All right, but we're talking about Earth, Wind, and Fire tonight. You can call them Earth, comma, Wind, and Fire, or just the and sign. But there must be a comma after Earth. It's not just Earth, Wind, and Fire. You do a search and be like, that's just not coming up. Earth, comma, Wind, and Fire. So we are on what I consider the classic period, classic albums coming from the band, 2 great albums in 1 year, and then when their producer Charles Stepney died, and after the That's the Way of the World album, they come out with the Spirit album, which is a dedication to him and a great dedication, and then the All in All album the following year, and it just keeps rolling, man. These guys, you know what? Whoever is producing it, as long as Maurice White is a part of it, and yeah, this starts to fall apart in the 80s. Certainly, the hits are not there. Magnetic. They played the shit out of that record. You know, the 80s were not kind to our favorite band. And don't forget the Easy Lover video. Easy Lover, of course, is the duet between Phil Collins and Philip Bailey. And a great duet, I might add. Just one of the great songs of the 80s. But fam, Phil Collins played the shit out of them in that scene where he showed up in the suit. He's like, look, I got some Earth, Wind, and Fire gear. Ha, ha, ha. Oh, if you don't remember that, please watch the Easy Lover video. Oh, man, he swung on it. He swung on our guys. They were, 70s, man. We're into the costumes, the look. So much early hip-hop is vibing off of 70s, the look of 1970s groups, the Parliament Funkadelic and their over-the-top look. And just groups had a uniformity about them, right? And our guys in Earth, Wind, and Fire were no different, But that scene, it's there are no words. You know what I'm saying? There's no words. The song is playing during that part of the video, but that's what he's doing. He's swinging on our guy. You like this costume? It's very similar to what you guys used to do back in the day. But that was black music, baby. That's what we did. That's how we separated ourselves from the pack. You know what I'm saying? There's some videos of Don Kirshner's rock concert where motherfuckers in a rock band performing in a fucking football jersey, and it's just zero, absolutely no thought into what we're wearing on stage. Hey, you got this jersey? Yeah, let's wear that today. What about you? Oh, I got some jeans and a t-shirt. All right, come on. We're gonna be on Don Kirshner's rock concert. Man, fam, with black folks, we gonna be on TV. Let's show out. And that's what we did. So look at us on TV. Look at us on Soul Train. Look at us on the Midnight Special. Look at us on Don Kirshner's rock concert. That shit is still online. We ready. We ready for TV, baby. That's how we got down. So, Earth, Wind, and Fire, All About Love, First Impression, is one of the great album cuts on this album. It is one of the great slow jams, and it is a lot of just Maurice White just having fun talking shit. It's an immediately recognizable Quiet Storm, Earth, Wind, and Fire song. And I was really glad to get offered the stems because it's it's the last thing I expect to come my way is still what? Hell yeah, I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, always in my mind, because I'm super cool when it comes to, anything. Super cool. All right, so Let's change that from Shining Star to All About Love. Same players as the last song because it's the same album. Who played on the song changed up from time to time. You know, you might have one person lay back and one person move forward, but for the most part, the same people in on the same session. So as we go through the instruments, I will continue to share Phoenix horns on Phoenix horning, and bass, guitar, drums, etc., all covered by the same people. And, you know, lead and background vocals always mainly handled by Reese and Philip Bailey. But sometimes, you know, other members of the band would step in and provide vocals. And when that happens, we will let you know. Alrighty. So let's dive in, man, to our second STEM of the night on STEM Research. It is the multi-tracked out version of All About Love. All right, hold up. Let's back up. All right, so I gotta go into my OBS. Clear my throat. Let me clear my throat. All right, so we got to count in. We got to count in and everything. So you know this is official. This is straight from the studio. Where else do you get this? Where else do you get a count in? Shout out to the count in crew. It's not an official STEM unless somebody's counting down in the beginning of the song. I still haven't told that to my STEM supplier because some of the songs don't have that. Some might have a clap, or some just kind of just come straight in. But this one does. So let's vibe. Let's vibe out. Let's count it. Let's count with the band. Big shit. Come on, man. That's production. Listen to this. Come on, man. This is a band in their prime. Killing it, bro. You never heard this song like this. Just the instruments, just vibe, bro. Just vibe, sis. Bro and sis, just vibe. Like, start getting a little tricky at the end. Like, okay, somebody fell asleep. Somebody fell asleep in the studio. Like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like, I'm all for like being a little bit behind the beat, but that was a little bit behind the beat. Oh man, they like cut, bro. Like, shit. Did we get a good take though? We got a good take. All right, that's all that matters. All right, let's start out with the drums on this one. All About Love, First Impression, as it is named on the album. Fred White on drums again, or at least listed. Possibly Maurice White. Fred White, Maurice White, Ralph Johnson, listed as the drummers on the album. All About Love, like you've never heard it before. We are breaking down the multi-track master stems, the multi-track masters. S.T.E.M Research is the name of the show. Earth, Wind, and Fire is the band. You see that on the screen. Come on. We have the ability to solo the original drums and just let those play. These were not created by any software. This is the actual studio take. So there. You remember, they record the instruments first before a singer even came in and sang. Like, the singers sing after that. So they're really just going by feel and a chart that's in front of them that's telling them where to play and how to play. So they're not playing like to someone singing the song. They're just playing the song, which makes the songs even that much more genius. All right. There it is. Maurice or Fred or whoever it was got it in. All right. We know one person's playing bass on a Earth, Wind, and Fire song. He is the brother of Maurice White. His name is Verdine. And back then he had the baddest perm, and he's still holding it together, bro. Saw him on the verses. I'm like, look at Verdine. Like, when you're known for the hair, like, you just got to be the hair forever, right? Like, Verdine cannot lose his hair at this point. It's like, bro. But it is what it is, man. So many incredible instruments in this song that we're going to just get into them, right? But we'll let Verdine eat for a little while. Oh, Verdine said, no, let me not eat. Beautiful, beautiful. Larry Dunn on piano, all keys. Different piano take. Quiet Storm out. Let's go. Guitar on this. We'll save the Rose. We'll save that. That's a hell of a combination right there. bass out. Piano is strong on this one, so you gotta let him in. Larry Dunn, a very major component to the creative process of Earth, Wind, and Fire, man. Name not mentioned a lot enough. Co-writer on a bunch of songs. All right. Did his thing. All right, let's go to Rhodes, harpsichord, and we'll add strings. Oh, we got to bring it back. Bring it back. We got strings. Strings started the song. Nice fade up on the strings. Incredible production. Harpsichord. Barry White on harpsichord. Woo! Let's get beautiful, why don't we? Come on, strings. So epic, so epic. Superhero music. Let's go, Elements. Strings alone, strings. Beautiful. I'm sorry, I got lost. Strings out. Harpsichord and Rhodes. Not an instrument you hear on a lot of Earth, Wind, and Fire songs. Totally works here. Totally works. Cut it. I love cut the tape. Cut it. I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, let's see, where haven't we gone? We got timpani, triangle, harp, and horns, courtesy of the Arizona horns. The Phoenix horns. The Scorpio horns. They don't miss shit, bro. Like, they cover every little sound. It's incredible. It's incredible to be able to go into these songs. That's why I geek out on this still every day. Because all of these little things make one great song. And then it's somebody's job to like bring it all together and make it all work, everything together. Okay. All right, we take a break. Big instrumental break between the next section. There we go. Come on, horns. All right. That's it. That's it. That's all for all of the instrumental. Now it's on to the vocals where we get to hear Maurice White do his thing and then, talk a little shit. It's a very interesting song. Very interesting song. But a joint, man. A classic Earth, Wind, and Fire album cut, man. It's all about love, first impression. Let's get into the vocals. Let's see how the lead vocals stack up.
Hey, y'all, we never spend time talking to you. So we figured we'd lay it on you, let you know how we feel about love. Paint a pretty smile each day. Loving is a blessing, yeah.
All right, let's see how he did that on the second take because I was playing both of those at the same time.
Hey, y'all, we've never talked about love before, Here's our version. Check it out. Paint a pretty smile each day. Loving is a blessing, yeah.
Yeah.
Never let it fade away. It's all about love, yeah. Build yourself a true romance.
Come on.
Beauty that's around you, yeah. You deserve just one more chance, my dear, my dear. Let the light shine all through your mind. Fill your little heart aglow. Take the time, make up your mind. It's all about love, yeah. Talking to yourself is fine. Makes you feel much better. Know just where to draw the line, my dear. My dear, oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Philip Bailey. Philip Bailey, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, yeah. Let the light shine all through your mind.
Come on, Reese.
Fill your little heart aglow. Take the time, make up your mind. It's all about love, yeah. Talking to yourself is fine. Makes you feel much better.
Come on, Mo.
Know just where to draw the line, my dear. Ah, my dear. Bound to fall in love one day. Surely, and you need it. Pretty smile will always say it's all You know, let me hear that last line. How was the last line?
Like, oh, he's not used to talking shit on a record. Like, Earth, Wind, and Fire records are, expansive musical journeys and songs that they sing the entire song. So it's like, but that's it for the song. So let's pull it back and let's take the background vocal out. Let's just get Maurice singing the last part of this, and then we'll get Philip Bailey's background vocals.
Ooh, yeah, let the light shine all through your mind. Feel a little heart aglow. Take the time, make up your mind. It's all about love, yeah. Talking to yourself is fine. Makes you feel much better. Know just where to draw the line, my dear. My dear. Bound to fall in love one day. Surely, and you need it. Pretty smile will always say it's all about love. Let me hear that last line. How was the last line?
It was just fine, Maurice. It was just fine. You did okay. All right, let's punch in the background vocals. Let's take Reese out. Mr. Harmony. Actually, harmonies. It's not just Philip Bailey, but Maurice White as well. Let's just hear background 3. All right, let's take that back. Let's listen to background vocal number 2. You can hear the harmony in there. You can hear where they're, All right, this is background vocal number 1.
Talking to yourself is fine. Makes you feel much better. Know just where to draw the line, my dear, my dear. Bound to fall in love one day. Surely, and you need it. Pretty smile will always say, my dear, yeah.
All right, time to talk shit on a record.
We want to just take this moment to run down a couple of things about things we see every day. Now, I want you to stop whatever you're doing. Just stop. Because I want to rap to you. They say there's beauty in the eyes of the beholder, which I say is a natural fact because you are as beautiful as your thoughts. Right on?
Right on.
Like with us, for instance,
that was the amen of the 70s. Nowadays it's amen, but like right on. Like you had to respond with a right on. I mean, it's just like you have to respond with an amen to somebody. Amen. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the question mark after the amen. It's like right on, right on.
So I'm gonna rap to you.
Come on, rap.
They say there's beauty in the eyes of the beholder. Which I say is a natural fact because you are as beautiful as your thoughts. Right on? Like with us, for instance, like we've studied all kind of occult sciences and astrology and mysticism and world religion and so forth. You dig?
It's so cool to hear this. Like you hear it on the song, but just to hear it with no music and by itself, I'm just tripping. I'm tripping.
Like with us, for instance, like we've studied all kind of cult sciences and astrology and mysticism and
Mysticism.
world religion and so forth. You dig? And like coming from a hip place, all of these things help because they give you an insight to your inner self. Have mercy. Now,
Come on.
there's an outer self we got to deal with, you know?
Come on,
The one that
preach.
like to go to parties, the one that like to dress up and be cool and look pretty on ego trips and all this. So like, hey y'all, I'm trying to tell you, you gotta love you. Gotta love all the beautiful things around you, the trees and the birds. And if there ain't no beauty, you gotta make some beauty. Have mercy. Listen to me, y'all. Feel it.
Come on,
Feel
Maurice.
it.
Come on, Reese.
Feel it. Talking about beauty. Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna go back. We're gonna let the backgrounds eat. I just wanted to hear this. I wanted to hear this rap, just by itself, man. Just Maurice White doing his thing, because that's a big part of the record for me.
Oh, Lord, Lord. Mm-hmm. In church. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Ah. Yeah. 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 Loud. With the feeling, gotta make you believe. With the feeling, gotta make you believe. Yeah. Feeling, 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 feeling. Yeah. Y'all gotta believe. Woo, yo, believe me, yeah. Oh, Lord, now, yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, all of these elements make the elements special. All right, so let's take it back and let's just give you the background vocals during that whole segment. All right, we take Reese out.
And a couple of things about things we see every day. I want to rap to you.
Stemmy Stems. Why do I call this show that? Stemmy Stems. It's just catchy, man. It's the most amazing show on the internet. No show like it. We dive deep. We dive deep into the soul music. Classic Earth, Wind & Fire album cuts, man. Let's go. the singing must come to an end. Like, it must stop. The tape must stop. The singing must stop. The song must end. They proved their point. They did their thing. They made it a hot song, an album cut from Earth, Wind, and Fire. All About Love. You're not familiar? Get familiar. It is one of the songs that helped to make this album, other than Reasons. You know, it's not Reasons. Reasons is a single. Reasons is a banger. Reasons is a song that, you know, again, this is a classic. But, you know, this is one of those songs that helped to make this album what it is. And like I said, in my opinion, the best Earth, Wind, and Fire album. But, you know, we all have our perspective. We all have our opinions. 75 was a great year for the guys. They dropped this and then the live album. And Gratitude, bro. It's incredible. They had, man, when cats had years, like they had years. Like 75 was a good year, bro. We dropped 2 albums. We dropped That's the Way of the World and Gratitude. Like 2 white albums. White meaning the covers were white backgrounds. Gratitude, double album, just off the chain. So I would like to thank Maurice White, rest in peace, Verdine White, Larry Dunn, Philip Bailey, and all of the members of Earth, Wind, and Fire for their contribution to music, black music, and making timeless music and timeless songs that I get to present now in a way where you guys get to hear the song like you've never heard it before. And that's so dope to me. So shout out again to the fans of the music, the fans of Earth, Wind, and Fire. Tomorrow's show, I'm not sure yet what our final STEM or stems of the week will be. But they will be bangers. I will post it on social media, and I'm out of Facebook jail, so we'll see how this live thing is going to work on Facebook. So we're on multiple platforms broadcasting. Facebook and Instagram are 2 platforms that will be like, fam, we don't play that. So, you know, those live feeds could possibly end. But the way the show is structured and how the music plays, it might play a little different. You know, it might not get blocked as quick. YouTube, we are broadcasting live. You can watch the shows live on YouTube. My YouTube page is Mike MFN Love. Please subscribe to that. We are home base, of course. We broadcast live. This is where the show started on Twitch. So we broadcast on Twitch every day at Mike MFN Love. We broadcast on Twitter. Twitter is the Wild Wild West. Anything goes. Shout out to Dragoon Knight 5515 who likes and shares, and as well as DJ Cirquette. Thank y'all for keeping Twitter alive. All things. And Simsei08 also between Facebook and the other social medias. All of you guys, thank you for everything that you do. If you share the show, if you share a video, if you talk about it, if you let other people know, I appreciate it. I will not stop saying thank you, because thank you is a way of life. And STEM's multi-track recordings are life as well. Let me clear my throat. Let me get my life together as I get past the Omarion, the Flu-Rona, the cold standard of there are no more colds, right? There are still cold remedies. Like, wait, in 5-10 years, there'll be coronavirus remedies in the stores. Maybe sooner than that, right? Because there are no more colds or flu. Well, there's still flu shots. Stop, Mike Love. You're starting to get political. All right, so let's say our thank yous and say goodnight. Thank you to each and every one of you who watch and share, talk about the show. Shout out to my guy Reggie Reg Peeps, who is the biggest Earth, Wind, and Fire fan I know. If there is anything, any question I have about anything Earth, Wind, and Fire, if there's a song I need, I was like, Reg, I need the edit version of Sun Goddess. He was like, I got it. Like, who has that? Reg Peeps? He's like, you want the UK edit or the US? I was like, this is my mother freaking guy. So Reg Peeps, this show tonight was for you, my friend. Also to my cuz, the DMT, THA, the DMT, who says all in all is the best. And Reg Peeps agrees with that, I'm sure. So I'll do 2 stems from all in all next week. I don't know which ones, but I will. All right. So, thank you. So thank you to them for being thank you for the inspiration. Claire Sir Shy Story, Capricorn's Cave 80, thank you. D. Nairi, Doc B, DJ Circuit, Dragoon Night 5515, thank you. Eastern 001, Elliot Range, MC Marcus Chapman, thank you. Miss Chris 7, Miss Aima, Ozvan, The Wizard, Miss Jatan, Mr. Majors, Mr. and Mrs. I like that. Miss Jatan and Mr. Majors. On 3D, Ray Yanos, the original DJ JU Ice, thank you. Shalicer, thank you. Simsay 08, thank you. Shag Nice, Tiz Cloud, Virgo Pros, and anybody I missed, it's because I can't see. Not because I can't see you. It's because I can't see you. An exclusive. It's just for being exclusive. All right. It's an exclusive. She said that. It's an exclusive. That's the craziest, dopest thing ever. It's an exclusive. All right, just spell it like that. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Not Nick-clusive, like your name is spelled Nick-clusive. All right, I'm done with it. Like, share, and let people know about the show. All right, bro? I'm out of here. Class is dismissed. Talk to y'all Friday. Keep continuing to spread the word about the stems. Spread the love. Spread love. Spread love through music. Let people know about the stems and STEM research and multi-track recordings, but especially STEM research. All right, I'm done. I'm done.